Hello everyone, this is Miss Maryam Odobashi and today we are going to start with Unit 7. مرحبا جميعا، معكم Miss مريم أوضباشي واليوم رح نبدأ بالدرس السابع. رح نحكي بالنص عن viruses and bacteria. بعد عندي قسم الفوكابولري رح أحكي فيه عن verb noun collections. عندي قسم الجرامر conditionals رح ناخد if الشرطية. بعد عندي pronunciation silent letters. آخر شي عندي قسم everyday English on the phone terms مصطلحات الهاتف. خليكم معنا في الدرس.
Unit 7 Microorganisms Viruses and Bacteria. They both are tiny to be seen by the naked eye. The two most common causative agents of infectious diseases are the virus and the bacterium. They both are tiny to be seen by the naked eye. They can cause similar symptoms and are often spread in the same way. Bacteria are living organisms, but viruses aren't. A bacterium is a single complex cell. It can survive on its own, inside or outside the body. This allows bacteria to live in many places: soil, water, plants, and the human body. Most bacteria aren't harmful. We have many bacteria on and inside our body, especially in the gut to help digest food. They also serve many vital roles in nature by decomposing organic matter and by converting nitrogen and chemicals usable by plants. On the other hand, viruses are smaller and aren't cells. Unlike bacteria, they need a host such as a human or an animal to multiply. Viruses only grow and reproduce inside the host cells they infect. Their life involves the hijacking of the biochemical activities of a living cell. Viruses and bacteria differ in how they cause infections. As the name suggests, viruses cause viral infections, whereas bacteria cause bacterial infections. Viruses infect a host cell and then multiply by the thousands, leaving the host and infecting other cells of the body. Diseases caused by viral infection include influenza, common cold, flu, AIDS, and COVID-19. Bacteria, on the other hand, have a more varied operation and will often infect when the right opportunity arises. Bacterial infections include pneumonia, strep throat, infection, and food poisoning. In fact, it's very important to know whether bacteria or viruses cause an infection because the treatments differ. It can be very difficult to know that causes an infection because viral and bacterial infections can cause similar symptoms. Doctors need a sample of your urine, blood, or swab from your nose or throat to see what infection you have.
هذا النص بيحكي عن الفيروسات والبكتيريا وبيحكي عن الفرق بيناتهم وأماكن تواجدهم والأعراض لكل وحدة منهم، وكمان عن طريق التحليلات الطبية اللي بياخدوها الأطباء لحتى يحددوا إذا مسبب المرض كان بكتيريا أو فيروس. رح ننتقل الآن لحل أسئلة النص. Answer the following questions about the text above. Why can't viruses and bacteria be seen by the naked eye? Because they are tiny. Where can bacteria survive? They can survive on its own, inside or outside the body. In what ways are bacteria useful to nature? By decomposing organic matter and by converting nitrogen to chemicals usable by plants. What do viruses require to multiply? They need a host, such as a human or an animal, to multiply. Why is it difficult to know what causes an infection? Because viral and bacterial infection can cause similar symptoms. What do the words in bold, it, they in the text refer to? It refers to bacterium, they refers to viruses.
ننتقل للسؤال اللي بعده. Match the words with their meanings. Causative, acting as the cause of something. Pneumonia, an acute inflammation of the lungs.
Symptom, a sign that something exists, especially bad. Gut, a tube in the body through which food passes when it leaves the stomach. Decompose, to destroy gradually by natural chemical processes. Digest, to change food you have just eaten into substances that your body can use. Hijack, attack to control something. Swap, a small amount of a substance that is taken from someone's body in order to test it. طبعا causative تعني مسبب، pneumonia تعني التهاب رئوي، symptom تعني علامة مرض، gut هي القناة الهضمية، decompose تتحلل، digest يستوعب، hijack خطف، swab مسحة. ننتقل للسؤال اللي بعده. Complete the following sentences with the information from the text. المطلوب مني كمل هاي الجمل بمعلومات من النص. The gut has many bacteria to help digest food. Because the treatment of viruses and bacteria differs, it's important to know whether bacteria or viruses cause an infection. The life of viruses needs the hijacking of the biochemical activities of a living cell. Pneumonia is caused by bacteria. ننتقل للسؤال اللي بعده في قسم الفوكابولري verb noun collocations. Match each verb with its corresponding noun and complete the sentences using the correct form of the verbs. المطلوب مني أعبي الفراغات مع الاسم والفعل المناسبين واللي بيجوا مع بعض لحتى يعطوني معنى معين. رح نبدأ حل. Our boss often gets angry and loses his temper when things go wrong. If she never posts anything on her personal website, she runs the risk of alienating her fans. Politicians often think the government should raise taxes in order to get more money to spend. The new teacher didn't meet the headmaster's expectations and was fired after only 2 months. His car broke down, so I gave him a lift to the nearest garage. Not everything happens on its own. Sometimes you have to make an effort to get things done. طبعا loses temper تعني يفقد أعصابه. Runs risk تعني يأخذ المخاطرة. Raise taxes دفع ضرائب. Meet expectations يصل إلى توقعات. Give a lift يعني يقدم مساعدة. Make an effort يبذل مجهول. ننتقل لقسم ال pronunciation silent letters. A silent or mute letter in a word is a letter that is written but not pronounced. حرف ساكن أو حرف ليس له صوت في كلمة يكتب لكن لا يلفظ مثل الكلمات الآتية logically. ال A ما قرأتها لكن بكتبها. climb. ال B بنهاية الكلمة ما قرأتها لكن كتبتها. muscle. Wednesday. make. calm. halfpenny. alight. exhaust. business. knife. mnemonic. autumn. sword. castle. colleague. رح نبدأ الآن بشرح قاعدة conditionals second and third type. رح نبدأ أول شي بالنموذج الثاني second type. if close main close. أنا عندي الجملة بتجي بقول إما بحط جملة الشرطية if أول شي بعدين بحط فاصلة بعدين بحط الجملة الرئيسية أو بالعكس. يعني أنا مثال عندي شكل if الشرطية كالتالي. طبعا second type if plus simple past would plus infinitive. بستخدم بحط if بعدين تكون جملتي بعدها بزمن الماضي البسيط مع would plus infinitive فعل بالمصدر. مثال If I found her address, I would send her an invitation. إذا وجدت عنوانها سأرسل لها دعوة. طبعا أنا الجملة بقدر أقلبها بتصير I would send her an invitation if I found her address بالشكلين صحيحات. Type 2 أو second type refer to something not true about the present or future. بستخدم أنا الجملة الشرطية لما بكون أنا ما عندي معرفة بشغلة بالماضي أو بالحاضر. فمثلا عندي هون بهذا المثال أنا لو كنت بعرف عنوانه رح أبعت له دعوة، لكن أنا ما معي العنوان، فاستخدمت النموذج الثاني من if الشرطية. Formal English, we usually use were instead of was in second conditional. In the second type, غالبا نحن بنستخدم بالإنجليزية الرسمية بنستخدم were عوضا عن was. يعني أنا بجي بقول مثلا if I were you، ما بقول if I was you، علما إنه I ممكن تاخد was، لكن بما إني أنا بستخدم if الشرطية فبقول if I were you. والآن ننتقل للحالة الثالثة من if الشرطية. if plus the past perfect if زائد الماضي التام مع would or wouldn't plus have plus past participle بالإضافة ل have ولا past participle. عندي مثال if I had found her address I would have sent her an invitation. أنا لو بعرف مكان إقامتها كنت ببعت لها دعوة. طبعا conditional sentences type 3 or the third type refer to something not true about the past. الحالة الثالثة عندي تشير لشيء غير صحيح في الماضي. الفرق بين الحالة الثانية والحالة الثالثة إنه الحالة الثانية بتشير لشغلات غير صحيحة بالحاضر أو المستقبل، بينما الحالة الثالثة تشير لأشياء غير صحيحة في الماضي. والآن خليكم مع حل التمارين.
حاليا بعد ما شرحنا قاعدة conditional sentences رح ننتقل لحل التمارين. Match each clause from column A with its correspondence in column B. If you practiced more, your English would improve. I would ring the police if I saw a burglar breaking into my house. طبعا نلاحظ بهدول الجملتين بما أنه الجملة الأولى كانت بالزمن الماضي فحسن الجملة الثانية حطيت فيها would كمان بالماضي، والعكس صحيح. If the referee had seen the foul, he would have awarded a penalty kick to our team. I would build a huge house by the beach if I won the lottery. If I had had your address, I would have written you a postcard. She wouldn't have arrived on time if she had taken the bus.
ننتقل للسؤال اللي بعده. Choose the correct answer A, B, or C. اختر الإجابة الصحيحة.
I would be very unhappy if my friends didn't come to the party. Your brother wouldn't have found such a nice job if he hadn't had a university diploma. If you had come in time, you wouldn't have missed the lesson. People wouldn't have crossed the Bosphorus if they hadn't built these bridges. You would have some money in your pocket if you didn't spend it so generously. If I weren't in debt, I would quit my job.
ننتقل للفقرة الأخيرة، فقرة Everyday English on the phone terms. مصطلحات الهاتف. Read and listen to the following telephone conversation. عم بيقول لي اقرأ واستمع إلى المحادثة الهاتفية. National Health Agency, good morning. Good morning, I'd like to speak to Dr. Amal, please. May I ask who's calling, please? This is Zaina. Just a moment, Miss Zaina. I'll put you through. I'm sorry, Dr. Amal's line is engaged. Will you hold or can I take a message? Could you ask her to ring me back, please? My phone number is... Certainly, thank you for calling. طبعا عندي دول الجمل المحددة باللون الأسود الغامق هي الكلمات اللي بقدر أنا استخدمها على الهاتف. مثلا I'd like to speak to، أرغب بالتحدث إلى. مثلا عندي line is engaged تعني الخط مشغول. بالنهاية ممكن انهي المحادثة ب thank you for calling، شكرا لاتصالك. وهيك بنكون نهينا unit 7، وهيك بنكون نهينا unit 7 في كتاب الطالب student's book. Thank you so much for listening.